What's going on, guys? My name is RzoR, and today I'm going to be letting you guys know how you can stay alive longer in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, or how to stay alive in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And basically, the next couple of tips I'm going to give you are going to help you stay alive longer in the game, let you guys go on longer gun streaks, and maybe if you're even a better player, help you guys get DNA bombs. Now, personally, I have not gotten a DNA bomb using this method. I'm just not that good of a player, but it has helped me out with staying alive longer, going on some slightly longer gun streaks than I would usually if I was playing without using these tips. So anyway, without further ado, let's hop right into these tips. So first off, first tip I got for you guys is stick to the outsides of the map. So now, this is a huge tip for you guys because the middle of the map on a lot of maps seem like it's the main hot zone for enemies and friendlies fighting each other. And you could simply get caught in the crossfire and end up dying. So basically, it's kind of COD common sense. Don't go into the middle of the map if you don't want to die. Now, I know some people can run up right into the middle of the map, the B-Dom area, and absolutely pwn and own and wreck, but if you're not that good of a player, I just advise sticking to the outsides of the map. They're more easy to control, it's more easy to find out which routes the enemies are coming from if you're on the outside of the map, and it's just easier to pick up more kills without having the risk of being killed, or having that huge risk of being killed, because of course there's risk with being killed throughout everywhere you go on the map. But I mean, this is just a huge tip for you guys. Please do not be an idiot and run right into B-Dom. There's just so many, windows and, lines of sights looking into B-Dom on a lot of these maps, and it's a very, very easy place to get shot up and die. Now, if you're a skilled player, you can probably navigate that perfectly fine, but if you're like me and not that great at the game, I just advise sticking to the outsides of the maps. That's a huge tip. So anyway, next tip I got for you guys is gun selection. You guys, if you're going to be using my tips or this method, use an assault rifle, whether it be the BAL-27, HBR-A3, or the AK-12. Those, in my opinion, are the three best assault rifles. IMR would probably be a close fourth. But yeah, use assault rifles if you're going to be sticking to the outsides of the map, because on a lot of these maps, the middle is the high traffic submachine gun, shotgun zone, where you just get away with using a submachine gun or a shotgun. The outsides of the map, however, have a lot more longer lines of sight. There's going to be more yeah, that's pretty much it. There's going to be more longer lines of sights. It's going to be more wide open on the outside of the map, not as congested. So it's going to be very, very helpful for you to have an assault rifle equipped. That way you can pick off the enemies at longer distances and stuff like that. So just make sure you equip an assault rifle. You don't want to be caught with an SMG or a shotgun on these outer parts of the map just because of their long lines of sights and they're wide open. So anyway, next up tip I've got for you guys is stay on the ground. What I mean by that is either stay on the ground at level 1, I guess, for the map, which is the base level where you spawn and stuff like that, or if you're on a rooftop, stay on the rooftop. Don't be jumping between rooftops and stuff like that. Just don't do it. Don't go from the ground to the roof, to the ground to the roof, and stuff like that, and navigate your way that way. When you're boost jumping, you're so vulnerable, and there's such a huge chance of you getting shot if an enemy sees you. You will not win that gunfight if you're in the middle of a boost jump and someone gets first shot on you. That's the thing, unless they're right in front of you. But otherwise, you're really vulnerable. I would not advise bunny hopping, as they call it, between rooftops and stuff. Pick a level and stay on it. So if you choose to use the rooftops to navigate one side of the map, then stay on the rooftops. Jump between rooftops. Don't go between levels, I guess, in the map, is what I'm trying to say. If you pick the ground level, stay on the ground. Clear the rooftops, as in, look up there, but don't hop up to that level, because it leaves you to be so vulnerable. Pick a level and stay there and use that level to navigate the map, and only use your exo boosts when necessary. So anyway, next tip I got for you guys is do not sprint. Now, this is a huge mistake that people use, is they like to sprint around the map and run around and do all this other type of stuff. Don't do that, especially in this game where you can just hit X and then, or A on Xbox, you just hit that and then boost the Exo jump forward, or whatever it's called, Exo dash forward, because it leaves you extremely vulnerable. It puts your gun down, and if there's an enemy right there, then you're probably going to get shot. I feel like at least 50% of the kills I get in this game are catching enemies in a sprint or reloading or whatever. Those are the easiest kills to get because they can't fire back at you. So just don't give them that opportunity, guys. Please don't sprint unless you have the gung-ho perk equipped, in which case, yeah, you could kind of sprint, but it still makes it harder to aim and stuff while you're sprinting and stuff. So I wouldn't advise sprinting, especially because gung-ho takes up a perk slot, and I know a lot of you guys like to run other two perks and stuff like that. But yeah, please don't sprint unless you have gung-ho on. Just do that, alright? It's gonna help you stay alive. Also, another piece of tip, or another tip I have for you guys, is if someone starts shooting at you, exo boost. Now, I know I just said don't exo boost. If someone's shooting at you, exo boost. Because think about it this way. If you're, like, standing there and someone starts shooting at you, what are they going to do? They're going to have an easy shot on you. Even if you're shooting back, you're still staying in the same place. Whereas if someone gets first shot on you, you realize you lost the gunfight. Like, that's something you got to get through your head when you're using this method, is that you have to realize when you've lost a gunfight. Like, that's just the thing. Like, most people will be like, oh, someone's shooting at me, I'll try and shoot back. You have to realize they got first shot on you. They're probably going to win. Just get out before you die if you want to stay alive and keep your kill streak going. So pretty much just exo jump, boost all over the place, try to get into cover and get out of that area as soon as possible using your exo movements, because they cause you to move really, really fast, and although you're vulnerable, it's going to be very, very hard for the enemy to lock onto you if they were just shooting at a still object and now you're moving all over the place. They have to readjust and reaccount for you moving, and most of the time you're going to be able to get away. Now, don't confuse this with, oh, it's okay to exo jump when I know an enemy's not shooting at me. No, that's wrong, because then you're vulnerable and then they can shoot you, and they've already accounted for the fact that you're moving when they pick your target to shoot or whatever. So anyway, next piece of advice I got for you guys is only shoot what you can kill. Even if you have a suppressor on, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, suppressor, alright, that's fine. I mean, they won't shoot. They won't know where I'm shooting from if I try to shoot them. They won't shoot back at me. That's wrong. So basically what I found in this game is all the suppressor does is hide you off the radar. Other than that, it's really easy to detect if someone's shooting at you with a suppressor. Like, so I'll get shot at, I'll, like, be able to know which direction they're shooting at me from, and I'll easily be able to pick them off from my location if they had to, like, reload or something in the middle of trying to kill me, and then I can just shoot back at them, even if they're using a suppressor. I mean, suppressor doesn't keep you 100% off the enemy's radar, if that makes any sense. It will keep you off the mini-map, but when you go to shoot at someone, they'll know where you are. Trust me, guys, they'll know which direction they're shooting at you from, or you're shooting at them from, with the suppressor. So please, take that piece of advice. Just be careful, only shoot what you can kill. So anyway, next piece of advice that I've got for you guys, it's kind of just reiterating what I've said. Only use your exo suit when necessary. Don't be like exo boosting around and stuff like that. It makes you vulnerable, and if the enemy sees you in that movement, then they'll account for the fact that you are moving and be able to pick up that kill very, very easily. So please do not exo boost unless you absolutely have to, like maybe to get up to a rooftop or something like that. Also, reload only while you're in cover. So basically what that means is just reload while you're in cover. Never reload on the go, because again, if an enemy comes around the corner or something like that, you're reloading, you're gonna die. If you are, say, in cover and then you try reloading and then you pop up and get the kill and then you go back down, reload and cover and stuff like that, that's gonna work out a lot better for you guys. Like, I find I catch myself like walking into rooms sometimes and reloading, the enemy just happens to be there, or I'm camping a corner and I'm not in cover but I'm camping and I go to reload and then the enemy just happens to come around the corner. It's Call of Duty logic, guys. Just keep that in mind. Just please make sure you're 100% clear before you reload, and if you are not reloaded, then get to cover as soon as possible, or else someone's gonna try and kill you. So anyway, next up, one of my final tips for you guys is only use automated kill streaks. Now, you guys might be thinking, well, that's a terrible way to get kills, Archer, because, you know, they don't do as well as the ones that you control, such as the Paladin, the Warbird, and stuff like that. Like, of course, you can put the automated perk, I guess, on the Warbird, but it still doesn't help out that much. I really don't get kills when I use that module. So basically, just don't use automated kill streaks. Although it may not make sense for getting kills wise, it makes sense for staying alive wise, because there's so many variables. When you take yourself out of the game and you go into a kill streak, there's a chance that someone might shoot you. There's a chance that maybe you shoot like a gun down from your Paladin and you think you're out of range of the explosion, but you're not, and then you end up killing yourself and stuff like that. So please, guys, if you're gonna use these score streaks, make sure you're in cover and there's like no chance the enemy's gonna find you. Otherwise, you're probably gonna die. It's just, there's way too many variables with it. I wouldn't recommend using these kill streaks where you have to go up and control them yourself. I just recommend using automated kill streaks, or even kill streaks like the Predator missile or the bombing run and stuff like that, that only take you out of the map for a couple of seconds, versus maybe the Warbird where you're out of the map for like a whole like 30 to 45 seconds and stuff like that. So yeah, and then my final piece of advice for you guys is use cover to your advantage. Like, if someone's shooting at you, get to cover. If you think an enemy's going to be coming into your line of sight very soon, find a piece of cover and head glitch on it. Like, that's the thing. You have to know how to, like, I don't know, just find the enemies and use cover to your advantage, I guess. I mean, the biggest mistake a lot of people make is just walking right down the middle of the street in, like, the map or whatever, and then an enemy's gonna be up in cover, like, up in a window or something, shooting at you. Use cover and be the person that's up in the window shooting down onto the street where the enemy is. So, basically, just please use cover, guys, when you're advancing through an area. Make sure that you're utilizing cover to your advantage, using cover to help you win your gunfights and stuff like that. Gonna go a long way. So anyway, guys, this has been a tutorial on how to survive longer in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, or how to, like, stay alive longer in Advanced Warfare. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Remember to smack that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. YouTube.com/FPSsoccer. My link will be down in the description. I'm trying to hit 600 subscribers by April 1st. So if you guys could help me out with that, that would be greatly appreciated. I'll catch you all later. See ya.